Hello students, welcome to lecture of kinematics and theory of machine. We are going to continue our chapter number 1, simple mechanism. The topics we will cover in this lecture is a kinematic chain. In kinematic chain, types of joint in a kinematic chain and the relation between joint and link. Second is a degree of freedom, and third is a Kurzbach and Grubler criteria, which is only formula we will use in this chapter. Okay, let's start. So let's start kinematic chain. Okay. When the kinematic pairs are coupled in a such a way that last link is connected to first link to transmit definite motion, it is called kinematic chain. But what is definite motion? Definite means completely or successfully. You also know the definition of that. So motion possible only in one direction only. Last link is link number 4 is connected to link number 1. So here total loop is created. 1 is connected to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1. So when all links are connected, it is called kinematic chain, and only one criteria that there will be motion only in definite motion. Okay, so if I give the motion link number 4 in this direction, then link number 2 will move in this direction in definite motion. Okay, there are 3 types of chain are there: a lock chain, constraint chain, constraint kinematic chain, and unconstrained chain. But how we decide the which type of this chain is? So there is a for that we have a relation between joints and links. J is a number of joints and L is a number of links. And how we can count the joints? So for that you can see link number 1 and link number 2 connected here. Okay, so that will be joint number 1, joint number 2, joint number 3, joint number 4. So this mechanism is particular 4 joint and 4 links. So that's how we can decide. So we have to go for next slide. So first chain is a lock chain. Okay, so for that LHS will be greater than RHS. How? Check this mechanism. There is a link number 1, link number 2, link number 3. 3 links are there. Okay, 3 links and 3 joints. Okay, joint number 1, 2 and 3. So 3 joints, and we put these values in equation. J is equal to 3 by 2 L minus 2. Okay, J is equal to 3 by 2 L minus 2. So we can find 2.5, and we have joined 3. So what will LHS is greater than RHS. So this chain is locked. There is no possibility of motion in this chain. Okay, so next second chain is a constraint chain. This type of chain we need to make the mechanisms. Okay, only definite direction motion is possible in this mechanism. So we will count, and if LHS is equal to RHS, so we can find we will put this data in J is equal to 3 by 2 L minus 2, 3 by 2 L minus 2. So we have to find the joints. How many joints? 4 joints. How many links are there? 4 links are there, and LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, so we are going to our third and last chain. It is unconstrained chain. Okay, in this unconstrained, you can say there is a possibility of motion more than one. Okay, so first of all you can count the links 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and number of joint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 joints and 5 links. Clear? Our equation is always relation is that J is equal to 3 by 2 L minus 2, and in this case what we find? LHS is a less than RHS. So means link part, this portion which depend on link is higher, and if more links than the joint, then it becomes unconstrained. Okay, so this is a revision of these 3 types of links. Okay, first of all, locked chain, unconstrained chain, unconstrained chain. So in locked chain, LHS is always greater than, means joints are higher relative to links. So there this chain becomes locked. Second is a LHS is equal to RHS, means LHS this become constrained kinematic chain, and third and last is a unconstrained chain. In that RHS is a greater than LHS. Okay, so last point I have to I want to discuss you. So in these all three example, you can see only two links connected at the same place. But what if three links or four links connected at the same place? So we have to study these types of joint in a chain. Okay, so all joints we have seen in previous examples are they are binary joints. Binary joints. Okay, so in binary joints only two links connected at the same place. So a relation we studied earlier, J is equal to 3 by 2L minus 2. There is a J is a binary joint. Two links connected at the same place. It is known as a binary joint. If three links connected at the same place, then it is known as a ternary joint. Ternary joint. Okay, you can see here ternary joint. Three links, three links, three links. So all these joints are known as a ternary because three links connected. And when we want to find which type of this chain is, we have to calculate the joints. But when there is a ternary joint, we have to count as a two binary. One ternary joint is equal to two binary joint. Okay, and if four links connected at the same place, it is known as a quaternary joint. Okay, and it will be count as a three binary. Likewise here G point, there is a four links connected. Okay, here four links connected, so it is a quaternary joint. And when we want to find which type of this chain is, J is equal to, we have to count three binary joint in place of quaternary joint. Okay, so we will find the which type of this chain is. Let's count. So first of all, already there is only one binary joint here, and all other are ternary or quaternary. So one binary, four ternary, and two quaternary joints. So we put this value in our relation. So J is equal to 3 by 2L minus 2, but it will 14.4, which is LHS is a greater than RHS, and this chain is locked. Okay, so point should be remember that whenever there is a ternary joint, if four ternary joint, we will count as a 8, because one ternary is equal to 2, one ternary is equal to 2 binary. And if quaternary joint is there, we have to count as a 3 times. Okay, clear? So we are here our last stage of our chapter, because kinematic link to link connected and makes pair connected, and chain makes what? Mechanism. In this chapter we have to learn mechanism, not machines. Okay, so mechanism, one of the link is fixed, then it is called mechanism. And in any kinematic chain, only any one link is fixed. If we fix one link, then it becomes mechanism. Okay, so as an example, you can see engine indicator and typewriter, which are mechanisms, because they gives the motion as a output. We give some force and it gives motion as a output. Okay, so it is a mechanism. If there is a 4 links, only 4 links are there, then it is called simple mechanism. And if more than 4 links are there, then it is called compound mechanism. Clear? Okay, we are going to start degree of freedom, also known as the mobility of mechanism. So first of all, check this definition of degree of freedom, or DOF. Degree of freedom of mechanism is defined as number of input parameter which must required in order to bring the mechanism into a useful engineering purpose. In simple language, if I want to use any mechanism, how many input parameter required to get the output. Okay, so first of all, degree of freedom for the mechanism, we have to understand what is degree of freedom. So first of all, check this. If in for single link, you can see yes, this link DC, how many degree of freedom DC has. Okay, so first of all, in totally free in a 2D space, it can move in this X direction, any X direction. Okay, or I can say this Y direction. So two linear motion in X and Y, and one is a rotary motion. One is a rotary motion with respect to Z. So it can move X, Y, or rotate in 2D space. Okay, so every link which is in a space has 3 degree of freedom. But what if is it connected to any other fixed link? Like DC is connected to fixed link AB. Now it can't move. It can't move in X direction or Y direction. Okay. So 2 degree of freedom is decreased and it's become degree of freedom 1. So now this link is only can rotate with respect to this point. Okay, at theta. Okay, so degree of freedom is n is equal to 1 for this link now. So we have to remember that any link which is free in a space has a degree of freedom 3, but when it is connected to any link, it's decreased to 1. So okay, so we connect the different links to make chain, and from chain we fix the one link and makes the mechanism. So there is a 4 links, so you can see this, the one link is fixed. So this fixed link, this fixed link degree of freedom will be 0. Okay, but for the number 2, number 3 and number 4, these 3 links are free. So how many degree of freedom for total this system? 9. 3, 3, 3. Okay, so for next, when you can see here one link is connected to fixed link, so 3 degree of freedom for this link, 3 for this, but this link is connected to, so degree of freedom will be 1 only, so total will be 7. This is fixed, so its degree of freedom is a 0. Okay, for next, so 0, 1, and this link now connected to that point, so it can only move in one rotation, so 1, and this is free, totally free, not connected yet, so degree of freedom will be 3. Next, okay, for next you can see here 0, 1, 1 and 1, but all these 4 links are connected to each other. Now degree of freedom will become 1. Why? So first of all, we have to understand degree of freedom of mechanism, number of input parameter. Number of input means if I want this 4th number link is in this position, particular in this position, So I have to give the motion to link number 1 in this direction. Only one input is required. If I give the motion to link number 1, it will directly give the motion to link number 2, 4. Okay, so that's how this degree of freedom is a 1. Clear? So we are going to start Kurzweil relation to plane mechanisms. Means any 2D mechanism, we can find the degree of freedom by this relation. N is equal to 3 into L minus 1 minus 2j minus h. Okay, so N is a degree of freedom, L is a number of link. Okay, L minus 1. Why there is L minus 1? You know that in any mechanism there is a one link is a fixed, and fixed links has no degree of freedom. So L minus 1 into 3. Why 3? You know that if any link in a space without any fixing, there is a possibility, maximum possibility of degree of freedom is 3. So 3 into L minus 1 minus 2j minus h. H is a higher pair and j is a lower pair. Okay, j means joint, lower pair. Okay, so this is the Kurzweil equation. We are going to use this equation for different mechanism. Okay, so first you can see here 4 links, 3 links connected to each other. So how many degree of freedom? You can see that you can't give the motion to means there is a no possibility of motion in this mechanism. So if we have to calculate the links and joints, 3 links, 3 joint, we put that in a Kurzweil equation and find what we find. Degree of freedom is a 0. Okay, so 4-bar chain mechanism, number of links is 4, number of joint is 4. Put that in formula and you can find the degree of freedom is equal to 1. Okay, so now last 5 links, 1 2 3 4 5 and 5 joints. All joints are binary, so j is equal to 5, and in all 3 no higher pair, no ruling is there, only ternary joint, turning pair are there. So h is equal to 0 in all these examples. Okay, so what happened? Degree of freedom 2. Why there is a degree of freedom 2? What meaning of degree of freedom 2? Okay, so degree of freedom 2 means if we want output as a link number 2 will be this position, how many inputs required to give? Maybe possibility, how many possibility you have to give this link in this direction, and also one of these 2 links have to give you have to move in particular direction. Means 2 inputs required to bring this link number 2 in that position. Okay, like this is this. Okay, so degree of freedom of mechanism means number of input parameter required. So you can see here 5 links is there and joint is a 6. Okay, how this j is equal to 6? J is equal to 6, but how? So first of all, you also know binary joint, ternary joint and quaternary joint. You can say this. First of all, check this. This is a binary joint. This is a binary joint. 2 links are connected, so count as a 2. But when we are going to this point, you can say 3 links connected at the same place. Ternary joint, 2 ternary joint. 2 into 1 ternary joint is equal to 2 binary joint. Means this will be 2. This 2 will be counted as a 2 2. So 4 plus 1 1 6. Okay, so 5 and 6, 3 into L minus 1, we put in this formula and is equal to 0. Because of this link, there is a no possibility of motion, same as here, and you can find the answer minus 1 and 0. Okay, so next formula is for the Grubler criterion. There is no difference between simple. There is a this formula is for only there is some criteria. It is only used for some particular mechanisms. Which mechanism? So criteria is that only for binary joint. Okay, only for binary joint. And when we are saying that binary joint means higher pair is equal to 0, 0 higher pair, h is equal to 0, h will be eliminated. Means Grobler equation is nothing but is another version of the Kurzbach equation. Two criteria should be fulfilled to apply this equation. One is a binary joint is equal to 0, higher pair is equal to 0, and degree of freedom is equal to 1, n is equal to 1. So when we put h is equal to 0 and n is equal to 1, what this equation becomes 3l minus 2j minus 4. Okay, and this formula is only used for only and only for which mechanism? Where the degree of freedom should be 1 and there is a no higher pair. So 3l minus 2j minus 4 is equal to 0.